Okay, hey guys, this video is about the Hearthstone Weekly Card Design Competition, featured on the HearthPwn website, and this is the first time I've decided to actually take part in it. This is week 27, and I mean obviously I'm a little bit late. Okay, I think the dogs are going a bit crazy downstairs, never mind. But the rules of this competition is that you are given 3 pieces of artwork to choose from, and you have to use the artwork to create a card from. That was one of the rules. The other 2 rules is that it has to be a grand tournament card and it cannot be legendary. So I had a look at the artworks and I sort of pondered a few ideas for a while, and I decided to go with this. This is the Trojan pony, and this was the first idea. So it's a rare 4 mana 1/4. Obviously stat wise it's really terrible, but it's mech and it has mech synergy, so you can play it on turn 3 with Mech Warper. Forces your opponents to attack it, and it's quite high health. It doesn't do much damage, but when it dies it gives a pretty good buff to your other mechs. And if you add all the stats together, it's a 4 mana 3/5, which is actually pretty decent. But I ended up scrapping this idea because it didn't stick to the Trojan idea. Then I had another idea, which is this. The Trojan pony, and I called it pony because Trojan horse is sort of a name that's already been used. It's already recognizable. So this is like the Trojan pony because it looks a bit stupid, and it's a bit less threatening than a horse. So it's a 1 mana 1/1. It's a little token, and when you play it, it's played on the opponent's side of the board. So you don't actually get it, your opponent does. But when it dies, it gives one of your own mechs a +3/+3 buff. So obviously the first thing you can think about is that if you're playing Mech Mage, you can play this on turn 3, ping it, and then give one of your own mechs the 3/3 buff. Which isn't actually favourable. You don't actually want to do that because you'd much rather play it on curve and just put a minion out than do that. But it's 1 mana, so if you have Mech Warper, you can play it for nothing, and then you can passively sort of get that buff. And when you get to sort of turn 4, you can use your Goblin Blast Mage to try and ping it and trigger it. So I think the card's actually a really good idea, and it adds quite a bit of tempo, but you are taking up a card slot for this buff. And it's kind of interesting because your opponent can use it against you. They can buff it themselves, they can silence it. Looking back on it now, I think there are a few things I would change. Perhaps give it 1 extra health or 1 more attack, so that when you trade into it with one of your own mechs, which is really ideally what you want to do, it would be a bit more detrimental because it's going to lose a bit more health. Alternatively, you could make it stealth, so you can't actually trigger it yourself, and you have to rely on AoE or maybe Goblin Blast Mage to sort of kill it for you. But yeah, that ended up being my entry for this competition. Hopefully it does well, and I'll make another video next week about who the first, second and third place winners are, I guess. And hopefully you'll see mine amongst the 3. That would be quite nice. So yeah, I'll make another video next week talking about my next week entry as well. So hope you like the video, and I'll put some stuff in the description showing you where I made the card and where you can take part yourself in next week's competition. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.